Are you struggling to fill up those slots in your ABA center? Wondering how to increase your enrollment for families that are in need of your services? In this video, I am going to share some actionable strategies to help with increasing your enrollment in your center. In today's age, building an online presence is essential. We are all on social media, Google searching things, so if you are not online, you are doing yourself a disservice. In order to help with your online presence, if you currently have one, or if you don't have an existing online presence, this also applies in an effort to establish yourself online. First, you want to build a website that is SEO friendly. Again, SEO stands for search engine optimization. And you also want to have a website that is user friendly. You want to make sure that the first impression is the best impression as it relates to your potential clients coming on board and looking and seeking out your services. So when someone lands on your page, you want it to be very clear as it relates to what services you offer, perhaps what insurance company you are paneled with, if it is that you're taking insurance, as well as what type of client are you looking for. Say, for example, you are looking for a specific client to fill a specific spot in your center. So that might also be what you add as you're communicating that you are accepting new clients. This technique could also apply to your social media page. Oftentimes, parents are on social media trying to find services or activities for their children to be a part of. So if it is that you are also accepting clients, that is a great way to get the word out, because again, people can share your information to someone else or repost your information, which will help to widen your reach of potential clients. This also goes into the next strategy, which is word of mouth. Probably within the human service industry, word of mouth is the quickest and most effective way to obtain referrals. Think about it. You are already doing amazing work with your existing clients. So if they are able to tell their friends or their community what it is that you are doing to support their child, better believe their friends are more likely to come to your practice than they would go to another practice. And as we know, the field of ABA is very small, so word can get around pretty quickly as it relates to those agencies who do well by their clients and help them to make progress, as well as those agencies who may not be doing as well in relation to being able to help their clients achieve their goals or make strides. While it is against our ethical code to solicit testimonials from our existing clients, so that kind of puts us in a pickle as it relates to online reviews and things of that nature. However, what you can do is perhaps reach out to other clients that you've serviced just to inquire if they would be willing to write a testimonial as it relates to the services. Of course, making sure that if it is that they elect into providing a testimonial, that all identifying information has been redacted. But this could also be a way that you can have a potential client come onto your website or to your social media page and hear from a family who has received the services that you offered. More specifically for my practice, this is also something that I have done as it relates to reaching out to old families just to inquire if it is something that they would be open to. No pressure. I also let them know on the front end there is no pressure, as well as that there will be no identifying information that will be provided on the public profile as it relates to social media or as it relates to the website. If it is that a family elects into it and would like to do it, great. If not, again, no pressure. So make sure that if this is something that you are going to try with the families that you have previously serviced, that they know that this is not something that is required and that their information will be protected, because that is something as well that I found that families want to make sure that no one will be able to identify if it is that they are sharing this information. Now, say for example, if you have a Google account and they can leave a review there, or if you have a Facebook account and it's unsolicited, then that that is something that is totally different. But sometimes families will just leave a review just because they want to and they feel inclined, and sometimes they won't, which is okay as well. Just make sure, though, if it is that you are soliciting a review, that you do state on your website or social media that this review was solicited, because honesty is the best practice, and you want to be clear and you want to be transparent as it relates to how you came across this review. One way that I was able to increase my enrollment is hosting different webinars or community activities, right? As it relates to the field that we are in and the population that we service, there is always someone wanting to know information, whether it be how to prepare for the school year and be successful in the school year, whether it be how to toilet train my child, whether it be how to help my child to go to sleep and stay to sleep overnight. So there are so many things that it relates to families or teachers or individuals within the space that they are hoping to get information or answers from. And by you hosting a webinar or hosting some type of community event, whether it be in person or you tagging along with another organization, this is something that can truly help to, one, show that you are already established and show that you can be or you are an expert in that respective area. And also, two, help the families get to know you on a more personal / professional level, meaning they can hear you speak, they can see how you interact, they can see the existing knowledge base that you have when you're answering the questions that they have and having that dialogue with the attendees. So this could be a way that you are able to show who you are, show what your company represents, and that may make it more likely for someone to join your organization versus it being that they just see your website or something that you post, which may have a little bit of disconnect from that personal touch. And we all know from the tried and true way of marketing, right, that establishing relationships with others in the community can most certainly help you with generating referrals, whether it be collaborating with schools, daycare centers, hospitals, other service providers such as speech therapists, occupational therapists, any type of place where your identified client may go or any type of individual that they may interact with. That can be a really great referral source for you. So you want to make sure that you are establishing those relationships, and not for it to be transactional in a sense of, oh, I'm just only reaching out because I want you to be able to refer someone to me. Yes, that might be the case for some. However, I would also add that if it is that's how you start with some of the relationships, you want to make sure that you're continuously nurturing the relationship as you go along. So perhaps say it is initially transactional and you go in, you may do a presentation, you may do a lunch and learn or something of the sort. You may send some material to that office or to that practitioner so that they can have a better understanding as it relates to what it is that you offer, but you do not want it to stop there. You want to make sure that you are continuing to establish the relationship, seeing as well how it is that you may be able to help their practice. If it is, say for example, that you are working closely with a speech therapist or occupational therapist and you have existing clients that are in need of the services that they offer, you can also be a referral source to them, or even collaborate on free workshops and things of that nature. So definitely make sure that you are doing your due diligence as it relates to fostering relationships with other service providers and not just looking at them as a potential source of a referral. If you have found any value in the tips that I have shared so far, please feel free to like, of course, and subscribe. I would love to have you stick around. It means so much to me when you all decide to join the community. So again, like and subscribe. And if you're feeling fancy, comment too. This next point could either work for you or maybe not. It depends upon the type of practice that you offer. However, you could think about offering a more flexible schedule arrangement with your potential clients or offering services during non-traditional hours. There is always a need for after-school services in ABA. We know that. We also know that there is often a need for weekend services. So if it is that you have a practice that can be a little bit more flexible based upon your staffing or your mission or your service offerings as a whole, that might be something that you want to tap into. Again, this tip here may not be related to all practices because some, such as myself, only operate Monday through Friday during normal working hours. There was a point in time where we did operate on the weekends. There was a point in time where we did operate during evening hours. That could be another video for another day. If you all would like that, drop it below. Tell me, share the story. Drop that as a comment and I will share the story and also some tips as it relates to maybe why we decided to stop, as well as why maybe that might be something I want to consider again. So if that's something you want to see, drop it below. However, this particular offering could also set you apart from other service providers. We know that there are a vast variety of individuals that are in need of the service, and everyone is not a young child, again, depending upon your mission and who you serve. So there could be the need that children are only available for therapy after school, or children are only available for therapy on the weekends. So if it is that you are offering that flexible scheduling arrangement, you may have a family elect into your services just because of the time that you offer services. So this could definitely be one, a way to fill up slots in your center or obtain new clients, or again, if you're even home-based, fill up slots that are available within your existing practice, and also help you to accommodate those families that may have busy schedules or those families that may not have a schedule that aligns exactly with another practice's model. With implementing these strategies, you are for sure going to be able to increase your enrollment in your ABA program. I should also add that we are in the midst of back to school starting for some states. So as you should know, as an ABA provider, this is a hot time where you will be getting lots of phone calls as it relates to potential services. You want to make sure that you have everything set up and ready to go for when they call. So again, having your social media page ready to go as it relates to you offering services to new clients. Also having your website ready to go, discussing what services it is that you offer, and also making that determination as it relates to if you want to switch up your service model to be able to accommodate maybe those families who have very restricted hours as it relates to when they can access services. And overall, these tips will help you to reach those families that are in need of services. So if you've enjoyed anything I've said so far, please be sure to subscribe and check out the next video because I am certain that you will get value from it. See you there.